after months and months of waiting and contemplation on whether the album was ever coming, today is the day it dropped. 2:36 AM on a Saturday night. That is just such a Kanye move. It's either Kanye released it on that time because it's just weird, or Dolla probably snuck into the studio and dropped it, because he's the one who's been doing all the posting on his story about Vultures 2, and Kanye's account is still deactivated. But either way, Vultures 2 was ass cheeks. Like, it was slightly better than Vultures 1. Like, on a scale of 1 to 100, Vultures 1 was about a 60, and Vultures 2 is about a 65. The production at times is actually good, but on the other times it's literally so messy and it just sounds so unfinished. At the beginning of Ye's career, the reason he blew up so quickly was because of his production skills. Left and right, anytime that guy produced a song, it was amazing. Like, if I turn back time and I took Vultures 2 with me to a die-hard Kanye fan from like 2013, if I made him listen to that album, he would probably jump off a bridge, because I don't understand what's got into Kanye. Like, obviously he had a lot of personal problems going on, and I do have a whole video talking about that if you want to know more, but like, I feel like that shouldn't be the thing affecting his production skills. But honestly, it just isn't good anyway. We can all agree that Dolla sang his heart out. Like, I can actually tell that he tried on both Vultures 1 and 2. He actually did put the effort in. I would honestly say he carried the whole album, but it's just every time it got to the Kanye's verse, it ruined it. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Kanye. He is literally my top 3 artists of all time. But you've got to look on the bright side. Dick riding doesn't last long when your favourite artist drops an album like this. There is no defending. There are a few good songs like Promotion, Field Trip and River, but even them songs are just average at best. They're a solid 8 out of 10, but there isn't any song on the album that is a full 10 out of 10. Not one song. Compared to Kanye's other albums like Graduation, every song on that album is a 10-10 in my opinion. Now on his new albums, the average ratings for each song is like 4 and 5. It is literally a downgrade of the century. One thing I am happy about is that the album cover is actually good for once. The Vultures 1 album cover was my top 5 worst album covers in history of any other album cover I've ever seen. But this album cover is actually quite nice, and it's crazy how when it's not Kanye, it's better. Like, the way I've been talking about Kanye is like I have some extreme hatred for him, but I genuinely love this guy. I love him, man. But it's just hard to stay on his side when his music is no longer enjoyable. I mean, throughout the album there are many times where Kanye just started mumbling, and I hate when he does that, because he's done it on Vultures 1 as well. On the song 530 on Vultures 2, near like the final 2 minutes, it's so obvious that bro is just lost for words, and he just starts saying some random shit. I mean, he's even grasping for air on that song. Like, it's easy to tell that Kanye is getting old. He's not the same rapper, and he certainly cannot rap the same as he used to a few years back. 530 isn't even a bad song, it's just when it gets to the end. Like, I feel for most of the songs they start off good, but they just get shittier and shittier. On the song Sky City, I actually think it's AI. Like, there are many people on the internet saying it's AI. I don't want to spread out fake news, but I genuinely feel like it is. I don't know why, but it just does not sound right. It's probably mixed like shit, but I don't have a clue. Plus, I cannot imagine Kanye even using AI to help him make music. Like, no, Kanye will not do that. But honestly, it's crazy how Kanye is the least enjoyable artist of the whole album. Kanye Omari West being the worst artist on his own album. Come on, it literally sounds like a joke, and it sucks to say it, but it's genuinely the truth. He is not beating the washed allegations. He is finished, bro. He is finished. I feel like us as Kanye fans should take some blame as well, because every time he's about to drop an album, or when it gets hinted, everyone gets so hyped and everyone calls it album of the year, but it just makes the expectations so high just for the album to be shit. So if Vultures 3 is gonna come, please just shut your mouth and just wait, because it's hard to not have high expectations for a guy like Kanye, because he is a great artist, but his past few albums have been ass cheap. Sin City and 530 have been leaks that were on the internet for months, but Kanye somehow ruined its originality. Kanye should have just kept delaying that album and the whole world would have been a better place. Vultures 1 is ass, Vultures 2 is ass. The whole trilogy is going to be ass, and that's why I genuinely think that, for the sake of Kanye's career, he should not release Vultures 3. No matter how badly you would want new Kanye songs, if he's going to release a new song or a new album, don't let it be a part of the Vultures trilogy. Just keep it separate. It just has to end. Like, no more, because this is just pure torture to my ears. Especially the song Bomb on Vultures 2 is actually the worst song I've ever heard. I would rather be deaf in one ear than having to listen to that song one more time, because it's so bad. This album feels like a TV show that kept on going with half-assed rushed work when it should have ended 2 seasons ago. Donda could have been such a fantastic album to finish his music career on. Like, obviously Donda was not his best album, but it is far better than both Vultures combined, and it should have just ended his career there. This album feels like a mental breakdown. It's just disappointing, and I actually feel sick for how badly I'm talking about this album, because if you watch my videos, you guys know I find the positives in the negatives, but with this album, where the fuck are the positives? Like, please help me guys. The positives could be the feeling I felt when I saw Vultures 2 on Spotify before I listened to it, because that was my happiest moment. Like, how is my happiest moment of an album being released the happiest moment before I even listened to it? It's just the adrenaline, it's the excitement, all built up just for it to be taken down. It sucks to see such a great artist go downhill so quickly. So thank you all so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe, because every day I post videos based on music. Comment down below your opinion on Vultures 2 and if you think it was good. That's going to be all from me, so have a good day.